choice. Welcome to Choice International.
Welcome, Choice Nation. We back. It's your own Jared's home, and I'm here with my brother
Nathaniel Carter.
Now we have a very special guest with us here today. We have the one and only, the mother of the Choice Nation. Mother of the Choice Nation. Go ahead and introduce yourself, mother.
Good evening. I'm Mother Cynthia Arnold. I'm the mother of Choice International. And it's been a journey. But however, the Bible says God will make room for your gifts. So however, I've been here since 2008. And in the beginning when I came here, I didn't know what was my purpose. But however, I found my purpose in one of my gifts. I always had the gift of cooking and serving people. So however, God allowed me to start serving the man of God after years of being here, doing other things beforehand. We started out doing little suppers and dinners and however, I just took on that spirit of serving the man of God afterward. I've been here since 2008, and I'm telling you, it's blew my mind because I got everything I came here for. I was a Baptist girl. I went to the Baptist church, and however, just one time I was in the church and I just said, God, this is not enough. I need more. So God allowed me to get connected with Bishop Antoine Jasmine through a friend, a mutual friend. And I'm telling you, it has really changed my whole demeanor of life, my whole demeanor about God. And I mean, it has really blessed me. I mean, the ministry is a blessing for me. So, I'm here and I have no intention on leaving. I love what I do and I do what I love. So I'll be here serving until God calls me home.
All right, all right, all right.
There you have it, guys. Our Choice International, our national mother, excuse me. So, mother, we're excited to have you on. This is your debut. So, we know that you're not a shy woman, so we're not gonna hold back on you today. So, we would like to know, mother, how was it being married to a man that you did not love?
Well, in my early stage of life, I was kind of particular and in particular because I never had boyfriends. So my lifestyle was different. Um, I came from a home of a family with a mother and a father, but however, a mother and a father of 12 kids, and I'm number 10. I'm number 10. And I watched my mom and my dad, and in life, growing up, um, my friends were my sisters and my brothers. They were my friends. So I didn't get really exposed to a lot because we played with one another. But I watched things that my dad did, and I was amazed to see how that type of lifestyle could go. So I grasped all that, and however, when I got older, I started being with older gentlemen, and I I went to school. I graduated from high school. I went to college. I on a 2-year college at Southern University, and however, then I ventured out on my own because I wanted to be a big girl.
Right, all right.
So I ventured out on my own and started doing the like the people would see. I started doing the street things. So however, I met I met many men. However, but this particular man that I met, I was in the nightclub, and I knew from the time I saw this man that I didn't really like this man. I really didn't like the man. But I don't know if God was setting me up for this day. However, I know now. So, however, when I met this gentleman, um, we were in a nightclub and we were talking and we kept talking. And then before the night got over, we exchanged numbers. And however, I said to myself, I don't know like this man. But anyway, I talked to him because I had a daughter at the time. I had an older daughter at the time. And I said, well, maybe he could be a great aspect to me and my daughter. I don't know. But that wasn't what I was looking for. But however, I went through that scenario with him. And we dated for 10 years. Believe it or not, we dated for 10 years. We weren't married. We lived together. We had a home. We lived together. And eventually, I just, I was just not drawn to this man. I really wasn't in love with the man. Matter of fact, I was like, why am I with this man? Because I really don't love this man. I put him down as a man, but however, somehow through the relationship, I got pregnant again. And I birthed my second daughter, Kevon, and that was her father. So, however, after 13 years of dating the man, he finally asked me to marry him. And I said, marry you? He said, yeah. I want us to be a family. And I'm still in my mind saying, no, that's not me. That's not me. But however, I did that because even in my upbringing, I remember that God ordained marriages. So I said, I'll marry the man. So I went on. I had a little wedding. I married the man and whatever. But in the essence of that, I played the role of a good wife. I did all that a wife duly I could do. But however, passionately, I did not love that man. I really didn't. I'm not saying because I didn't see what my mom and dad did. No, it was just me. It was just me. So I married him, and in the marriage we had a lot of chaos in the marriage. So I withered through that, but and I kept asking God, even in my nonsense of knowledge of the Bible, I said, God, why did I marry this man? But God never gave me no answers on that. But however, I went through the marriage, and eventually it started looking good, but it wasn't good. But I continued to stay married to him until death. And one evening he came home from work and he shared with me he was going outside to cut the grass. And I said, okay. So I was in the house doing my wifely duties, and he was outside cutting grass. And he had my baby outside, our baby outside. And she came inside and she said, Mom, my daddy then fell on the ground. I said, who cares? Because I'm not really into this man at the time. So, however, but when I went to see anyway, he was laying on the ground. And he looked like had no movement. But however, I said, God, now what am I supposed to do? Thinking to myself. So I started administering CPR, and he was not responding. So then I called on a neighbor, and he came by, and we both. But at the moment, he was really non-responsive because he was dead. So that's the story of me and this man that I married. However, but it's still saying I didn't really love this man. From marriage to death, I did not love this man. But sometimes we don't know what God has in store for us to do. Because God knows the plan of our life before we do. So, but I just hanged in there until that time.
Right. Good. So now that you told us that it was a little chaos in the marriage, and you told us that you didn't love him from the start, can you tell the people what is the downfall of just being in a marriage with a man you just don't love?
Well, the downfall of being in a marriage with a man that you don't love, that means the marriage will never grow. It'll never be no growth because my mindset is like I'm not going nowhere with this marriage. It is what it is, And however, I did other in between that, I did other things that provoked the marriage. So it wasn't really him, it was me, because that's how I felt in about the relationship. So I'm just saying, if you're a couple, or if you're a young woman and a young man, and you know in your heart that's really not the person that you want to be with, to me, I wouldn't do it. If I had to do it again, I would never do that again to nobody. I would not do that to nobody.
Right. So what makes you would even go through the process, even because you say you just wouldn't never even do it with nobody again. What makes you say that?
Well, because I knew what my motive was for being in the relationship. First of all, he was in the world. There's several types of men. He was a mama boy. He took good care of his mother and the family, because his dad left them at an early age. So he supported his mom, and in that, that had looked good. However, he financially, he took care of me financially. What I really liked it, that was the biggest thing of the marriage. He took care of me and his daughter financially. He made me feel like I was the queen. But however, you know what? In the essence of it, I probably was his queen, but he was not my king.
Right.
So I didn't give him what he gave me.
Right. That's good. That's
So,
good.
so mother, would you ever try marriage again when you find the right person, or
Yeah.
I don't think so.
you don't think so?
I don't think well, my mindset as of now, I wouldn't. I'm not looking. I'm not seeking a husband. So, however, and I'm at an age now where I'm settled. I don't have any demands, no commands. I'm just as, I'm at a point in my life now where everything is about me. Not being selfish, no, but however, it's just that I don't have no, like, even when I go to work, it's not like I gotta rush home to cook, go see about a baby, because I don't have any more small babies no more. So, and I'm not saying I don't need a man. I'm not saying I don't need a man, however, because there's other attributes of a marriage more than just doing the wifely duty. But however, I'm just at the point in my life right now where I'm settled. I don't think I need a man for fulfillment. I really don't. I'm so used to doing me and taking care of me, which began when I was a child. I've always took care of myself. So that's why I feel like I would never marry again. But if it's God's desire and He gives me the right man, and I know if it's God, I just may have a change of heart.
Right. All right.
AMJ Biblical Institute exists to glorify God by educating students to reach the world for Christ by serving the church, the community, and the world as biblically minded, professionally competent men and women of character. Our biblical curriculum is created to give you revelation and insight into the gospel. This curriculum will teach you about principles and laws based on biblical experiences that will empower and further your life. The AMJ prophetic curriculum is designed to give you the foundational concepts about the prophetic. You will learn why we prophesy, differences of major prophets versus minor prophets, kingdom prophet versus church prophet, and clear up misconceptions of commonly used prophetic terms. If you desire this type of biblically sound education, then AMJ Biblical Institute is right for you.
And let's not forget about the Dean of AMJ Biblical Institute, Dr. Keisha Fleming, who will welcome you, get you started, and definitely answer all of your questions.
All right. So now, mother, since you've been with the prophet for a long time, how was it seeing his humble beginning to now?
Oh, that I've seen in that from 2008 until today. I've seen Bishop in different layers that I'm just amazed. Because when I first met Bishop through the mutual friend, he was young. He was young. He was he was really hungry. He was giving us what we needed because he had loved God. He had loved God. So he always did give us what God gave him. But through all that, I've seen him grow. I've seen his growth because he's changed, and in life, that's what happens. When things happen, you change. So, I mean, being here from 2008 until today, I mean, the man, I can give him all his accolades. He really loves God. And he's straight to the point. He's going to give you what God tell him. You just got to suck it up and keep moving.
Right. Now, mother, since you is the international mother of choice, what can you tell the Choice Nation? What do you see for our nation coming in the future?
Well, one thing I know this much. Anybody that connect themselves to this ministry under the leadership of Bishop Antoine Jasmine, you can believe if he tell you something, even if it's something that you've been praying for, or you just had an increment of thought about it, and you come in alignment and come in agreement with what the Bible says and what he's telling you that God gave him, I see people just manifesting. I mean, I see people just blessings just overflowing, overtaking the people. I mean, all over. Because he's one like this. He's not going to tell you nothing that God didn't give him. He's going to only give you what God gave him. He's not trying to just give you a fatuation or make you feel good. No, he hears straight from the throne of God.
Right.
And being here in these 15 years, I mean, I've seen him on every level move, act, and elevate.
Ooh. So how was it being a part and seeing him of the different levels of the man of God, and the different levels of his growth and the ability of his ability in God?
Oh, it lets you know that he really took this, I would say, I won't say a job, he really took this serious.
His yes with God.
Yeah, he took this serious. He didn't, because no, you can go anywhere and find, and all you're going to hear about him is what he said that God said, and it's been manifested, it's been demonstrated, and I mean, and everything he says, he backs it up with what God said, or with scripture. However, even when we were, even in the year of 2020, when he lost his parents, he prophesied to me about being a mother of the church, and I said, "Wow." He said, "God gave that to him," and he said, "And I won't go back on my word." And I said, "Okay, that was amazing to me to see him say that to me, a young woman as I am, to give that type of position." But however, you got to know what you under, and you got to know who under you. So he's seen something in me that I didn't see myself. But however, it really was an eye opener for me. But it's maturing me, because now I knew I had to change my demeanor about things, people, and ways. So it really helped me, because everything I came here for, God is doing. He's doing it in his timing, and I have no regrets, none.
AMJ Biblical Institute exists to glorify God by educating students to reach the world for Christ by serving the church, the community, and the world as biblically minded, professionally competent men and women of character. Our biblical curriculum is created to give you revelation and insight into the gospel. This curriculum will teach you about principles and laws based on biblical experiences that will empower and further your life. The AMJ prophetic curriculum is designed to give you the foundational concepts about the prophetic. You will learn why we prophesy, differences of major prophets versus minor prophets, kingdom prophet versus church prophet, and clear up misconceptions of commonly used prophetic terms. If you desire this type of biblically sound education, then AMJ Biblical Institute is right for you.
And let's not forget about the Dean of AMJ Biblical Institute, Dr. Keisha Fleming, who will welcome you, get you started, and definitely answer all of your questions.
As our national mother, we see that you have favor over your life. So much so that you're one of the few people I know that's able to get a car every year. Tell the people how you position yourself, why you just have so much favor over your life like that.
Because of, I still go back to say because of what I'm under, because of the way, what Bishop teaches us is that you can have what you want if you align yourself in the will of God. So my purpose is I always wanted to serve. When I came, I said, God, I want to be a servant, but it was in God's timing, not my timing. So however, I started doing things different. I didn't understand tithing and seeding and sowing seeds. So however, through the teaching of Bishop Jasmine, I started learning how to tithe. I started learning how to seed, and I started learning how he even taught me how to put demands on God. Because at a young age, I was like, we was taught that we could never question God about nothing. But however, Bishop said you can question God, but you got to make sure when you question God, you got to make sure you're right. I'm right. So before I can go to God for something, when God give me an answer, I got to know God gonna give me an answer because I know I'm in the will of God. I'm doing what God expectation is of me. And he takes his time and to do what he want to do because our timing is not like God's timing. So every time I went to the car lot, I put a demand on God. God, if I want that car, I got that car. And that was awesome, and I did it back, frequently, and I'm like, okay, I know I'm doing I know I'm doing the will of God. However, and serving the man of God is, I mean, it's just I can't even tell you how it is. It's just so, to me it's personal to me. However, it's not personal to God because God knew that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to do. If I do nothing else here at Choice International, if I can continue serving the man of God, because I listen to everything he say, and I understand what he's saying, and I act on what he says. So that works for me.
Well, Mother, with time running out short, but I want you to give the Choice Nation what advice, just something to leave the people, the Choice Nation with. Just can you tell them something to leave them off with? What advice or something you can give them that they could take with for the rest of their life?
The advice I would give anybody that comes in the doors of Choice International, if to me, come with a positive mindset, because when you walk through the doors, it's one or two things. Either you come in here to get what you need, or you come in here just to be seen. Don't come to be seen because you can go to any church to be seen. But if you come here, because when you come here, we under a different operation. We hear directly from God, through his servant, the man of God. So if you have any intention of coming here, I promise you get what you need, but make sure you come in with that intention. Don't come here and thinking that you come in to be placed. No, you wait till God allowed the man of God to speak through the man of God to place you where you need to be. Or you just may be coming to get to another place, but this is your start point. So if you're starting here, then you remember I'm starting here, but it's not permanently. But I got what I needed now, because that's what he does. He groomed you to grow. He groomed you to elevate. So it's up to you. So I would tell everybody who come here, please come here. Please don't come with an agenda. Just come with a mindset of knowing that you want what God got for you, because that's what you've been praying for, if that's what you've been doing. And I promise you, you won't be disappointed.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Oh, wow. Well, there you have it, folks. There's our national mother. Mother, I hope you had a good time because I really enjoyed myself having you on the show today.
Yes. Every time we hear you talk, Mother, it's just always love to hear what comes out your mouth. Mother.
And I love talking to you two young men on this platform. However, because even in that, if you don't mind me saying, just you, I know you haven't been here a long time, and I just see where you're going. Him, even in Nathaniel, I see where he's trying to go. And I know it was not easy, even in this short time, because Prophet took you guys out of your comfort zone. And when you can have a testimony yourself, Jairus, of saying that, when you talked about the accident, and you said, if I just can reach my man of God, I know God's gonna fix this situation, and God did that. So that was God telling you right there, Jairus, I got you, but you got to get me. You gotta want me. Even I seen so much elevation in yourself and Nathaniel. I seen so much elevation in you guys, and I said, God, you awesome. But this generation needs your kind, because the generation now, the younger generation, we have lost them. But it's not because they don't know God, it's because they don't fear God.
Right.
That's why.
Right. Wow, mother. You leaving us speechless. It was really what you said was very powerful. We have to get you back on the show for another take, because the people, the wisdom and the knowledge you have, the people must have it. They must have it.
Anytime.
Anytime. Well, folks, we want you to subscribe, smash that like.
Comment down below.
Until next time, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed.